want me to light a Shabbat candle for you when it's time to light the Shabbat candle? And the high holidays. I know you'll probably be here next Saturday because it's Slichot. Yeah, Slichot is creeping up. Yeah. This is the one that we're doing actually for the high holidays. But we know it by heart because we sing it on Fridays. So,
You're in the choir? That's so cool.
and this piece we know by heart because we also yep. The high holiday music is here. Oh yeah, I'm in the choir.
Lovely.
I've been in the choir for a long time here. I had different choir directors, but still, I've been in the choir. I had Craig Thompson was my choir director. I had his kids in my preschool, so, and now he's grown, the kids are grown. Let's see. Hi, hello.
Nice to meet you.
Victoria.
John.
Nice to meet you, Jonathan.
I am doing sound. I'm doing sound today.
Oh, that's good. I hope you can do sound some other time.
Right. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Did you want to go over anything?
No, I don't know. I can just do it anymore. I'm just really quiet. Just in the background.
I put a little bit of your piano in there, and I think some vocals, so you can kind of hear it a little bit better. But apart from that, just let me know if there's some guidance or something. Perfect. What was your name?
Jenny. Parpa.
What was
They
it?
call me Parpa, which means
Parpa.
Parpa.
That's so cute. All right, cool. I'll be right over there if you need me.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
All right.
I can't talk about it right now.
Okay.
But I got your papers. Sounds good.
Great. And anything, you know, you don't feel comfortable on, just lay out in front. I think you'll be okay.
I'm sure.
And feel free to sing. I give you vocal mics, but no pressure to sing. What's that? Should.
Check, check, test. 1, 2, 1, 2. Crank it up. Check, 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 check. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check. Da 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 da. Check. Test. 1, 2. Definitely. I'm talking quietly on purpose, but. Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check. Testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Testing. Still sounds pretty quiet to me, but you can adjust it, yeah.
Buy something
9,
with
8.
this tempo like
10, 9, 8, 7. I got something. That works.
a wire,
John,
cross and it lights up.
huh? I can hear myself just fine, yeah. That's good. Thank you. If you're not yet lit a Shabbat candle, come on forward and do so. Hello, Sandy Kalin. Josephine, this could be the smallest crowd we've had in about 2 months. Yeah. It's your fault. I think it's the High Holidays' fault, I got to tell you. People are like, yeah, we're going to be here a lot over the next couple of weeks. Let me get set up. Oh, and we got Parpar on the piano. Okay, let's see what we got. We got Wayne doing announcements. I'm gonna save that.
Or do I do a float up? Float up? Harder. Harder.
Okay.
Sounds like Hanukkah.
It's a skill.
Yeah, that was his first time actually gambling with the ace.
We're going to begin the service in just about a minute, is my guess. About a minute. Come get your seats. We're not going to do 5 minutes, though I see a lot of people waving 5 fingers at me. Why am I waiting 5 minutes, Sam? Sam, queen of the synagogue.
Because I don't want to do that.
Well, we're going to wait 1 minute, then we're going to get going. Except Maureen's going to stop me right now.
Here, you know what, do it. Don't do one in the middle. Do one in the end. Because your hand will burn.
If you're new to our community, we have some candles up on the bima. We let people light prior to the beginning of Shabbat. If you'd like to come forward and light one of the candles, we got a couple candles left on our tray. We will call up the family to light the big candles if they want to wait. They can do either. Follow Herb and Saray's example. Before the service begins, come light a candle. Oh, we have our shofar blower. That's what we have to wait for. Doug just made it. I didn't even bring my shofar onto the bima. You've been 10 minutes. Yeah, really. I don't believe you.
Oh, I got it.
I got David here tonight. Let's see what we're doing tonight. I need to get my thing up. Hello, Saray. I guess we'll begin in 1 more minute because we still got lots of people coming in. So come forward and light a Shabbat candle.
What happened? Nope, standing right here. When I turn it on, it starts feeding back.
Careful, no feedback.
No, we sound checked before. It was great. You got this and that. Go for it. Well, maybe. check, test, 1, 2. Now it's super quiet again. Check, 1, 2, test. Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. Let's hear you guys. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
Ketiva v'chatima tova, and Shabbat Shalom, everybody. It is great to see everyone here tonight. We are in the month of Elul, deep into the month of Elul, getting ourselves ready for the high holy days. And tonight we're going to be talking a bit about Elul, because for the last 2 weeks we haven't had that opportunity, because other topics, other actions in the world have affected the direction of our services. So tonight we can take a bit more of a traditional look at what happens during this season. Well, tonight we are going to be celebrating Shabbat. We are going to be talking about Elul, and we're also going to be celebrating a very wonderful young woman, Marlo, who's having her bat mitzvah tomorrow. We can all give her a round of applause right now. She is studying quite hard for the last 6 months or so. We know she's going to do an amazing job tomorrow. Elul. It's the month that precedes Tishrei, that month that is filled with so many holidays. And Elul literally means search. Also, as an acronym, it means Ani l'dodi v'dodi li, I am to my beloved as my beloved is to me. And during the month of Elul, we balance these two ideas. We search. We search our souls for who we truly are. And the idea it's going to take us into Rosh Hashanah or even until Yom Kippur to actually find ourselves. But we don't do it like that. We do it as part of a long 40-day journey. But we also have this idea of this acronym, Ani l'dodi v'dodi li, because if you take each of the letters of the word Elul, it spells out those words, or it can spell out those words. And the idea is that we're also thinking about our connection to holiness. I am to my beloved. And my beloved is God. My beloved is doing that which is right. The beloved is the holiness we can find in ourselves and in others. And so we search, but we know that we're searching for holiness, for togetherness, searching for a way to become better in the upcoming year. And we have lots of traditions during the month of Elul. And this is where I cue Doug to come forward. I'm going to put him center stage because I know where the cameras are tonight. So I'm going to put you right in front of the table. And Doug is our Kol Tikvah, if you do not know him. He leads our shofar ensemble. And if you don't know what that is, then you definitely have to come for Rosh Hashanah, because we encircle the whole community with about 10 shofars. About 10 this year? Maybe more? Maybe more. And it's quite powerful. It's not just one person in front of you. It's being surrounded by that sound. But the idea is that during this month, we begin to blow the shofar every day to warm up our souls and to warm up our hearts. So I'm going to have our Cantorial Soloist, Joel Stein, do the blessing over the shofar. And then are you going to doing the calls tonight, or am I? Then Joel will do the calls tonight. Here we go.
Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lishmoa kol shofar tekiah shvarim Teruah, Tekiah.
To page 130, 131, for Shiru Ladonai, a song to God. We sing with joy in our hearts because joy is what we're supposed to be doing. Joy wherever we turn. Joy knowing that we are together as a community. So let us sing together.
Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladonai, Baruch Shemo, Basru Meyom Leyom, Yeshuato, Sapru Vagoim, Kevodo, V'chol Ha'amim, Lifneotav, Ki Gadol Adonai, Umeulal Meod, Norahu, Al Kol Elohim, Yairai Kikol Elohe, Amim Elilim, V'Adonai Shamayim Asa, Od Ve'Hadar, Livna, Oz Ve'Tiferet, Ve'Mikdasho, Yalai, Rai, Rai, Yalai, Yalai, Yismechu Hashamayim, V'Tagel Haaretz, Yiram Hayam, Umelom, Yalo Sadai, V'chol asher bo, Yairai, Azir Haneinu, Kol Hatziyar, Lifnei Adonai, Kiva, Lishpot haaretz, Yishpot tevel betzedek, Ve'amim be'emunato, Yilalai, lalai, Yai, lalai, Yai, rai, 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 Yai, rai, 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 Yai, rai, 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 Yai, rai, rai,
During the month of Elul, we have many traditions, and I've been writing about some of the traditions in my weekly reflections that I share with all of you. But tonight I wanted to quickly go over them in brief, so you remember some of the ideas, some of the things you need to do to move your soul towards the high holy days. One of the things you're supposed to do is a special service called Slichot. And if you're a Sephardic Jew, you do the service every day at daybreak for the full month prior. I once did this in Jerusalem, waking up at 4 a.m. and going to a service. It's a bit early for me, I have to admit. The Ashkenazic Jew in me, and the Ashkenazic Jews, they only do 1 week of penitential prayers, but they begin at midnight the week prior to Rosh Hashanah, or on the Havdalah the week prior to Rosh Hashanah. And we say these prayers in a very melodramatic way. If you come here for Slichot, you'll see that you'll come into our sanctuary about 9 o'clock at night, and the lights will be dimmed and our choir will be present. And we begin to meditate, we begin to reflect, we begin to feel the mood of the holiday. You're also supposed to visit the graves of your beloved. This is the time of year where you go and you think about your past, who got you to this moment and to this day. And so you go to the cemetery and you remember your parents and your grandparents. You remember those who were close to you, because you have to remember where you came from in order to move ahead. So we're taught to visit graves. And we're taught to begin all letters with the phrase, Ketivah v'chatima tova. May you be written and sealed in the book of life. Or may you have a good writing and sealing. The idea is we're starting to think about what it means to live a good life, and we're supposed to wish that upon others. You're supposed to hear the shofar blown, which we just heard. You're supposed to check your mezuzah and your tefillin, check the parchment. And then finally, you're supposed to, each and every day, recite Psalm 27. From Rosh Chodesh Elul through the middle of Sukkot, we recite the psalm which begins, God is my light and my helper. Whom shall I fear? The challenging spiritual work of Elul is made easier when we feel that God, that holiness, is with us as we strive to bring out the best in ourselves. So we're going to be singing at least a part of Psalm 27. We turn to page 662 for Achat Sha'alti. One thing I ask to live in the house of the Lord. And the idea is we're asking for protection, for holiness, to be connected to one another. Achat Sha'alti.
Achat Sha'alti mit Adonai אותה אבקש. אחת שאלתי מאדוני אותה אבקש. שבתי בבית אדוני כל ימי חיי, לחזות בנועם בנועם אדוני ולבקר בחלום. לחזות בנועם בנועם אדוני ולבקר בחלום. אחת שאלתי מאת אדוני אותה אבקש. אחת שאלתי מאת אדוני אותה אבקש.
We turn to page 138 for Lachado D. We sing Lachado D every Shabbat. It was begun by the mystics that lived in Sfat in the 1700s. And each Friday afternoon they would dress in white and they would go out into the fields just as the sun was setting, and they would stare off into that setting sun, and they would imagine a bride coming towards them. And that bride represents holiness, godliness, all that is good, the relaxation of Shabbat. And that bride would enter their lives just as the sun set. And they would sing these words, and they would take that bride home with them so the whole family could enjoy Shabbat. Tonight we'll be doing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9, rising on verse 9.
לך תודי לקרא קלה בני שבת לקבלה שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד השביעני אל המיוחד אדוני אחד ושמו אחד לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה לך תודי לקרא קלה בני שבת נקבלה לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה כי היא מקור הברכה מראש מכתר נשוכה סוף מעשה במחשבה חילה לך תודי לקרא קלה בני שבת נקבלה התעוררי כי באורך קומי אורי אורי שיר דברי כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה לך תודי לקרא קלה בני שבת נקבלה בואי ושלום הטבת בעלה גם בשמחה ובצוהלה תוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה בואי חלה לך תודי לקרא קלה בני שבת נקבלה.
We turn to page 142 for Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem reminds us that angels can be part of our lives. And angels come every Friday night. They enter our sanctuaries, they enter our homes, and they bless us. So I'd like you all to take a moment. Think about the blessing you need tonight. How was your week? Do you need a blessing of good health, of hope, maybe less conflict, maybe the ability to know who to vote for? Whatever you might need, take a moment. Imagine the angels coming to you and placing their hands upon your head. Imagine them blessing you as we begin to sing Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boachem LeShalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון, מי מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. צאתכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון, מי מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Marlo, can you bring up your family to help us light the Shabbat candles tonight? Who's going to light? No one wants to be brave? As we light these candles, you can light them right now. I can give you a real match too. As we light these candles, we invite the angels through a gateway called Shabbat. As we relight these candles, we invite the angels through a gateway called Shabbat. Here we go.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליק נר וציוונו להדליק נר וציוונו להדליק נר של שבת.
We continue with the Baruch Hu, found on page 146. The Baruch Hu is the official start of our prayer service. If you're able to rise, I ask you to please rise at this time and face the ark, page 146, for the Baruch Hu. Please remain standing for the Shema. Let us stand straight Let's feel the floor beneath our feet. Let's take a deep breath in before we say the Shema. A deep breath in. Hold it and let it out. Another deep breath in. Hold it and let it out. And one more deep breath in before the Shema. We take a deep breath in. Hold it and let it out. The Shema.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
You may be seated unless your name is Marlo, and then you need to come forward to the rabbi's podium. Marlo is going to be leading us in the V'ahavta tonight. Come on forward to lead us in the V'ahavta. We are on page 154. She is leading us, not soloing for us. She's not a soloist. She's a leader, so let's all sing along with her as she leads us. Here we go.
V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anohi metzavecha hayom alevevecha v'shinanta levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivteha v'viteha uleteha v'derech u'shofbeha u'kumeha u'kshartam le'ot al yadeha v'hayu l'totafot b'yineneha u'ktaptam al mezuzot beiteha u'vishareha leman tiskeru ve'asitem ekol mitzotai v'yitem kedoshim le'Elohem Ani Adonai Elohem asher hotzeitiehem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lahem le'Elohim Ani Adonai Elohem.
Koah, good job. We turn to page 158 for the Micha Mocha. Why don't we read some English together? Let's read the translation in the middle of page 158. Who is like you, O God, among the gods that are worshipped? Who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in splendor, working wonders? Your children witness your sovereignty, the sea splitting before Moses and Miriam. This is our God, they cried. Adonai will reign forever and ever. Thus it is said, Adonai redeemed Jacob from a hand stronger than his own. Praise are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai Gaal Yisrael. Micha Mocha, page 158.
Micha Mocha
We turn to page 162 for Vishamru. Vishamru is that prayer that reminds us to always observe and to always protect Shabbat. And by coming together each Friday night, we do just that. Each Friday, though, whether you can make it to temple or whether you're sitting at home around your own Friday night table, just by remembering it as Shabbat, just by remembering to be a bit kinder, to be a bit more loving, well, to be a bit more holy, then you are observing and fulfilling this commandment that is spoken about in Vishamru. Page 162.
Vishameru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת לתורותם ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש.
We turn to page 371 for the Misha Berach prayer. We say the Misha Berach for those who are ill of mind, body, spirit. And on our Misha Berach list tonight are the following individuals: Erwin Ames, Jeffrey Albaum, Lauren Kleinrock, Mark Vidal, Susan Vidal, Michael Ryder, Milo Mandel, Sharon Friedman, Stephen Mandel, Lionel Sokol, Rich Underweiser, Denise Fontaine, Yoni Arusi, Lisa Sage, Steve Lincoln, Brandon Rapport, and Alan Ross. If you have an additional name for our Misha Berach list, please share it with me now. Misha Berach Avatenu Vimatenu. May the God of our ancestors grant our refuah shlema, complete and full healing to all those named tonight and to all those we hold in our hearts. And together we say the singing of Misha Berach.
The renewal of body Spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We turn to page 164 for Ha Tefillah, the prayer, also called the Amidah. And Amidah means to stand. So if you're able to stand at this moment, I ask you to rise. And during the Amidah, we ask God for blessings. And on the Shabbat, the main blessing we ask for is a peaceful and loving Shabbat. We are on page 164. Let us pray. Let's always remember to pray as if everything depends on God, and to always act as if everything depends on us. We are on page 164.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה, רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, צומח נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, מקיים אמונתו משני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We read silently from pages 172 to 180. When you're done with your silent prayer, you may be seated.
didn't prepare for that prayer. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata umelech Adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata umelech Adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam.
I'm hoping that you all recognize the name Moses, but if not, we'll give you a little primer. We have the 5 books of... Thank you very much. But actually, there are only how many books about Moses? 4. Thank you very much, Vicky, because the first book takes us from creation to the death of Joseph. But the next 4 books of the 5 books of... Thank you very much, are actually about Moses and last about 120 years. So Moses, we remember this guy. He was born during a time when babies are supposed to be drowned in the Nile, or baby boys at least. And his sister Miriam puts him in that wicker basket, and he is found floating along the Nile by Bat Pharaoh, the daughter of Pharaoh. And he spends 40 years of his life living as a prince in Egypt. And then one day he sees that taskmaster beating a Jew, an Israelite, and what does he do? He kills the taskmaster. And he thinks he's gotten away with it, but he hasn't, so he flees. And he spends the next 40 years of his life in Midian. And in Midian, he becomes a family man. He gets married. He has 2 sons. He works for his father-in-law, herding sheep. And then at age 80, 40 plus 40, 80, these numbers really matter in a few minutes. Well, he sees the burning bush. And from that burning bush, God says to him, go help the Israelites. Help free them. And what happens? He says, nope, I'm not going to do it. I'm slow of speech. I'm too old. But God insists. So he goes and does it anyway. And then we get the 10 plagues. We get the crossing of the Sea of Reeds, and he leads the people across the water, and they finally see their enemy destroyed. And then there we are, 2 months out of Egypt. And God calls out to the people, and for 3 days they prepare themselves, and then they hear the 10 Commandments. At the end of the 10 Commandments, the people are so fearful that they say, Moses, you go talk to God. You go up that mountain. And so Moses goes up that mountain, and he begins to have a chit-chat with God as God is preparing the first set of the 10 Commandments. But the people are worried. The people feel like they've been deserted because it's taking Moses and God so long to get back to them. So they build an idol. They build a golden calf like they had back in Egypt, an animal they could worship, and they begin to dance around it, and God sees what is going on, and God becomes angry. And so God sends Moses back to the people with the 10 Commandments in hand. And Moses thinks he can keep us cool, but he doesn't. He takes the 10 Commandments when he sees this, and he smashes them. The people are then punished, and then Moses goes back up that mountain. And he spends 40 days up on that mountain. 40 days. We get back to that number 40. And during that 40 days, he and God talk. And as God talks, Moses is busy chiseling out the 10 Commandments. And down below, the people worry. They worry about what's going to happen next. They know they can't create their own God. That didn't go very well for them. And they know that they have no leader because Moses is gone. And they know that their God might have turned against them because of their disobedience. And so they spend 40 days worrying about what's going to happen, but also reflecting on their past actions, what they did wrong to get them into this position. And they reflect, and they think, and they worry. But then on that 40th day, just as the sun is about to set, Moses comes off of Mount Sinai with the 10 Commandments in hand, and he presents it to the people. And they know that they are once again united as a community. And I tell you this story of Moses, many parts of which I know you already know, because this is how we got the tradition of Elul, from that magical Hebrew number of 40. We spent 40 days from the first of Elul to Ne'ilah, the close of Yom Kippur, waiting for Moses. And at the end of Yom Kippur, when Ne'ilah happens, have you ever been here for Ne'ilah? The sun sets and we get the lights up here and all the lights are off and you feel the power at the end of the day of Yom Kippur. And you feel like somehow you've been transformed. Hopefully you have been. This is the way the people felt. But they didn't just start on Yom Kippur. They started on the first of Elul. They started 40 days early. And that's what we are supposed to do during this period of time. It's the month of Elul, the month of preparation prior to High Holy Days. Will you allow love to grow in your heart over hate? Will you allow, your ability to spread holiness in this world to grow, or only dissatisfaction with everything around you? How will you start to improve this week, this month, this holiday season? It's your choice whether you want to just ignore Elul, ignore the upcoming holidays, and just dive in either at Rosh Hashanah or dive in Yom Kippur. But we don't heat our pool at my house, so diving in can be pretty unpleasant if the water's too cold. The idea is to put one toe in very slowly, and then your ankle, and then your knee, and then you're up to the waist, and finally you're in the water, prepared for the intensity of our high holy days. So it's your choice. But I recommend using Elul to begin your high holiday preparation. So my blessing for each and every one of you on this Shabbat, may you reflect, may you wait patiently for Moses and God to finish their conversation, and may you remember it's best to step into a pool slowly in order to fully enjoy the process and to be prepared to move forward. And together we say, it is my honor to ask Wayne Schulman to come forward, one of our board members in charge of education, adult education. I'm going to send you over to that microphone, and it should be on, for some announcements.
Some announcements. Thank you, Rabbi John and Cantorial Soloist Joel, for this beautiful service. You sounded really good tonight. Well, that choir practice is really coming together. I want to thank Par for tickling the ivories. And Jonathan, thank you for making this trio look and sound good for everybody online. I want to thank the Eckerling family for sponsoring tonight's Oneg in honor of Marlo's bat mitzvah. And speaking of Marlo, I want to invite that girl to please join me up on the bema. I want to present to you, on behalf of Kol Tikvah, this Kiddush cup that hopefully you'll take with you on your journey through Judaism, and as a reminder that on Friday night you could have a shot or two. And tomorrow you're going to do beautiful. When you're standing in front of the Torah, I believe the opening line is Manish Tana, when you're in front of the nose. You're going to do great tomorrow. Thank you. All right, some announcements. Tomorrow night, Stephanie Elkins is going to continue her adult education series. Join us for this unique series where Kol Tikvah community members, Florence and Erwin Ames, will share their personal Jewish journeys. Monday. What did I say? Tomorrow? Monday, sorry. Your Kol Tikvah membership includes High Holy Day tickets, but we need to know you are joining us, so please register online. All tickets will be at will call. Our tzedakah this evening is going to the West Valley Food Pantry. There is a QR code and an old-fashioned tzedakah box out on our Oneg. Check out all our events on Kol Tikvah website or call the office if you have any questions. We are always looking for new sponsors for Shabbats and all of our events. By sponsoring an event, it allows us to continue to offer all these great community events, educational programs, and other programming we offer here at Kol Tikvah. If you are new to Kol Tikvah, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, and Shabbat Shalom.
We turn to page 598 for the Mourner's Kaddish. We take a moment to remember those who have died recently within our community. Sylvia Krug, remembered by the Getz and Roman families. Tina Siwak, remembered by the Siwak and the Nazarian families. Janice Semyon, remembered by the Deculus family. And Howard Oatzer, remembered by the Ames family. We also think about those who have died from terrorist attacks, from war. We remember them. We remember those who also have no one to say Kaddish for them. We also think about those who died during this season in years past. Charles Bosia, Bernard Braveman, Isidore Braveman, Simon Cohen, Tom Cooper, Miriam Dubowski, Leonard Gross, Ida Hatalski, Estelle Kamrash, Sandra Kazin, Anita Kahn, Benjamin Lacam, Bernie Maslin, Lee Maxwell, Samuel Mendel, Chester Race, Abigail Elizabeth Ronayne, Sharon Rubin, Kurt Sonderman, Mike Stahl, Bella Stark, Beatrice Vidal, Sandra Wesley, Virginia Witt, and Joseph Utan. If you have an additional name for our Kaddish or Yort site list, please share that name with us now. If you're in the first 7 days of mourning Shiva, I ask you to rise. If you're in the first 7 days of mourning, please rise. If you're in the first 30 days of mourning Shloshim, please rise. If you're in the first year of mourning, please rise. If you're observing a Yortzeit, please rise. These are the mourners in our midst. We rise to show them our love and our support. We are on page 598. Yitgadal v'yikadash shmei Rabba, v'alma divrach yirutei v'amlech malchutei, v'chayechon v'yimechon v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, v'agalav yizman kari v'imru. Yehei shmei Rabba mivarak le'olam olamei amaya, Yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar, v'yitroman, v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shmei dekudsha, b'rechu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, chushbachata v'nechemata, damiran bi'alma v'imru. Yehei shlama rabba min shmaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Oseh shalom b'mramav, hu yaseh shalom, Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru. Amen. May the one who makes peace on high grant peace to all Israel, to all humankind, and to all of us. And together we say, Amen. Put down your books, put your arms around one another. If you don't know the person next to you, introduce yourself before you put your arm around them. Our closing song before we do Kiddush and Hamotzi.
Ose shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
Marlo, can you bring your family right here? And if you could hold our Kiddush cup tonight, face the community. Don't worry, it's grape juice. Hold that cup high. We're going to do a short Kiddush right now.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
L'chaim. Take a little sip. I want everyone to come forward. Everyone come forward. Place your hand on the shoulder of the person in front of you and draw connected as one community. If you can make it forward, come share this time with us. Let's connect as one. If you're touching someone's shoulder you don't know, just say, hello, my name is. Hello, Marlo, my name is Rabbi John. Hello, my people on either side of you, whoever you're touching, you should be saying hi to very quickly. And now with our free hand, I'm the only one with a free hand, if we're doing this right, I guess. No, we all have a free hand. Let's all go point at the challah and go, yummy, yum, yum.
Yum, yum, yum.
And now the hamotzi.
Baruch atah
Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avon. Wish Shabbat Shalom to the people to your left and to your right. And then come and get challah. Marlo, you got to hold the challah as people come and get it. You got to hold the tray. Come get some challah. Marlo's holding it. Wish her good luck tomorrow. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom, Shabbat